Hey, don't give a shirt. Just, who cares? WheezyNews, jang, jing, badonka-donk, boom. If you're trying to make something, if you're trying to do something, don't give a shirt. It'll be better. We gotta make sure you have some basic skills. If you wanna do something in life, you have to learn the basics. How to get decently good. Good enough. Decide where good enough is for you. Don't make it too far in the future. Don't make it too hard so that you never do it. Figure out where good enough is, get there, and then when you carry out the thing that you learned, don't give a shirt. What do I mean? Well, I was listening to the Ben Affleck episode of Smartless podcast. Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, Sean Hayes. It's pretty fun. Ben Affleck was on. He's talking about acting with Sidney Pollack in Changing Lanes. And Sidney Pollack said to him, "You know I'm a good actor?" Ben Affleck says, "Why?" Sidney Pollack says, "Because I don't give a shirt." And I think that rings true quite a bit. When you look at Sidney Pollack's performances, he looks like he's just a dude having a conversation, the most natural conversation with you possible. And I think as an actor, that is the goal, to look natural, to be completely natural. For some actors, maybe they have to try really, really hard to get there. But others, like Sidney Pollack, I think you just literally don't give a shirt and you'll give a better performance. I think if you're inexperienced at anything, but particularly at acting in this example, you will probably give too much of a shirt to do well because you don't know what you're doing. What I mean is, whenever I give someone a scripted line to say on camera, I work a lot with people who aren't actors at all and don't have any experience acting, and I don't blame them for this, but this is just a phenomenon I notice. A phenomena? Phenomena is the plural. They change. They speak in a way that a human doesn't speak. They try to heighten their speech. They try to speak clearly, loudly, improve their diction. They think, well, I'm acting now, so I have to act. So they do literally the opposite of what you're supposed to do when you act, which is try to be real. They're giving too much of a shirt to try to be an actor. You know what I mean? But if you're experienced, if you have a lot of the skills embedded in you, you can just literally just let it out without trying. I know a lot of you want to do something and you want to do it well. I bet a lot of you already have the basic skills required. You might just be giving too much of a shirt and then it comes out wrong. The longer I've been doing Wheezy Waiter, the less I have been trying. What I mean is, things are scripted less. I'm relying much more on talking off the top of my head and on my editing later. I rely a lot on my editing later. I know I can take things and make them work the way that I want them to. I don't pay much attention to shot composition, to lighting. I set up the camera to be auto as everything as possible. Because I've done this long enough to know what I want, so I know what camera to get, what microphone to put where, and I use sunlight. I have found that just direct sunlight from a window always looks better than lighting. If it's too dark, I will use a light here and there. But most of the time, I know exactly what I want. This video, for instance, the point of this video is to get across the idea that the less shirt you give when you have the skills to get something done, the better. I don't need perfect lighting to get that idea across. I don't need a lavalier mic to make my sound super crisp. I don't need a room that's in a background that's interesting at all. We're redoing things in our basement, so we had to move everything out of the office. I'm just moving things back in now, and it's all blank, but whatever. This video could be 10 times shirtier. The lighting could be, in fact, we're gonna make it a bunch darker. All you really need is to hear the words, "Don't give a shirt." That's the point of this video. Because I've been doing this long enough, I have learned to focus on what is most important in the things that I'm doing. And so I don't have to worry so much about other things that if I were inexperienced, I probably would worry about. I probably would have spent 20 minutes setting up the perfect shot. I literally set this camera down and turned it on. You know what? I can even make the audio a bit crappier. Let's do it with the in-camera audio. There. Audio is crappier. Doesn't sound as good, a little more unpleasant, but as long as you can understand the words, that is the entire point. With audio, it's not very hard to make it a little better, so I'm always gonna try to make it a little better because unpleasantness is unpleasant. But my point is, especially for someone who doesn't have the equipment, it doesn't matter if the entire point of the thing you're doing is just to get the idea across. Now, if I were doing something where the entire point was to make things look pretty and sound amazing and more of a visceral experience, then yeah, I would worry a little bit more about the visual and the audio. But That's not the point of this video. I know enough to know how much shirt I don't need to give. Let this video be a friendly reminder that you might be giving too much of a shirt if you're struggling through something that you know how to do. Okay, that's it. That's the point. We're done. I think that's good. I don't know if I don't give a shirt. Okay, a few things I actually give a shirt about. I did a whole newsletter on this very topic. If you want to check out the text version, I say different things. My friend Greg and I took a little break from our Two Guys Talking About Lettuce podcast, but we're gonna be back Sunday. New episode. Currently working on a video in which China revamps my entire wardrobe because I'm a 42-year-old man-child who doesn't know how to dress well. This is a new shirt that she helped pick out, and I like it. And what else going on? That's going to be a main channel video coming out in a week or two. Be on the lookout for that. And I will always forget some stuff that I wanted to say at the end of a video, but that's okay. I always forget stuff. Still trying to think of something and I can't.